Happening right now, Hurricane Milton is making its way into the Atlantic after tearing across the Florida peninsula. You're taking a live look from the University of Tampa right now. It's quiet with Milton having moved out of the area, but as the sun comes up, we're going to see just how serious the impacts left behind are. It's the second major hurricane to hit the area in less than 2 weeks, with millions just starting to dry out after Hurricane Helene. And take a look at this new video just into our newsroom overnight. Shows a large tornado in Palm Beach County. It was one of at least a dozen tornadoes that touched down across Florida yesterday. Forecasters reported a record number of tornado warnings, and this morning officials have confirmed deaths as a result of those storms. Well, this storm is one of the strongest to hit that part of Florida in decades.
Chris joins us once again to break down what you missed overnight and what to expect in the coming hours. Chris.
Thanks a lot, Ben and Sarah. Yeah, a historic storm to say the least. We were talking about comparisons of the last couple of days to the storm of 1921. Well, coincidentally, it made landfall at 120 miles per hour, just as that storm did 103 years ago. Where it made landfall officially was Siesta Key, and it was really the northern part of the storm that saw most of the rain. So this was an interesting setup that we saw. Right now, a Category 1, 85 miles per hour. It's just leaving Titusville, starting to unravel. Still a Category 1 hurricane, and will eventually weaken to tropical storm strength a little bit later on today. But it's the surface map. See that front off towards the north? That actually fueled a little extra lift. So that's why we saw a tremendous amount of rain totals. By the way, Tampa usually has an average rainfall about 4 inches per October. The record 1st through 31st of October is just over 10 inches. There's a good chance that they might have broken the monthly rainfall record in just a 24-hour period, because look at this stretch. That gray to white is representing anywhere from 10 to 15 inches of rain that fell. Well, there's a lot of flooding just because of the rain in general, especially through central Florida. And this thing, luckily, was a quick mover, or else those values would be much, much higher. The reason why it was going so fast, it was actually a couple of the streams. We had the jet stream to the north. We had the tropical jet stream towards the south. That is just sucking this thing off towards the east, and that's why it was continuing to pick up the pace as it moved through Florida. Where's it going to go next? Out to sea. There's still going to be some wraparound bands that move through Florida, but pretty much the nightmare is almost over. Maybe some back winds could still bring down some additional trees, but some areas will even see some sunshine by later on in the afternoon. And Ben said this earlier, we really don't know the magnitude of this damage until the sun comes up, so this will be an evolving story throughout today.
Chris, thanks. Well, members of the South Carolina National Guard are already in Florida this morning to help out with recovery after Milton. More than 70 soldiers and 30 vehicles were sent in to help. But it is important to note, because we know a lot of you wonder about this, South Carolina officials confirmed those resources in Florida will not interfere with recovery efforts for Hurricane Helene. We're also learning that FEMA will not leave North Carolina even as it prepares to help in the aftermath of Milton. FEMA officials say no resources in western North Carolina will be taken out to go to Florida. As of this morning, more than $60 million in FEMA assistance has been paid to 134,000 people impacted